Ladies and gentlemen, November 6, 2011, and today's dissertation is going to be about the cross of Christ and the Ark of the Covenant in relationship to the pictographs on the $1 bill. And so that you will understand how my book works, in chapter 2 of the book that we are going to go to immediately, which is Angels on the Ark, is the name of the book by Michael Fazio. It's a 1990-page ebook. Can be downloaded in a matter of seconds over the internet. It's a secure site from PayPal. I want to thank the people that have purchased the book, and my way of saying thank you is it now comes with 5 complimentary free pictures, and any picture that you want from the book itself, which makes an even 6 pictures, 5 complimentary pictures that I have picked out, and 1 picture of your choosing from the book itself out of the 130 pictures. You just tell me, give me the code for the book that you purchased. I send you the pictures in 8 meg resolution. So, as a complimentary gift, you receive 5 and then 1 for your viewing pleasure. This is the book, and then this is the index on the left-hand side of the book. And as you can see, you can expand the index so that you can make the index half of it, so you can go through the different chapters. And the chapter that we are going, this is about the author, the chapter that we are going to go over today is Prophecy in the Form of Pictographs. Now that's too small for me to read, so let's close out the index, or minimize it at least, and we'll go to the, we'll bring it up to 200%, and then you can see it has all the options of a Kindle reader, but it's a computer ebook, soon to be downloaded in Kindle. And the book, and the chapter in number 2 in the book is Prophecy in the Form of Pictographs. And because I didn't bring the screen, Prophecy in the Form of Pictographs, we'll just eliminate that altogether and center this. And we'll bring it down to, let's say, 150%. Prophecy in the Form of Pictographs. What you see is 1/10 of the possible pictographs on the $1 bill. In other words, you only see 1/10. Even if you were looking for all of them, you would only see 1/10 of 1%. Because there are 3,300, and without my guidance, you won't find them. It doesn't matter. I don't care how smart you think you are. It took me 35 years to find most of them, and it was only after I understood aircraft architectural blueprint drawing, drafting, mechanical drawing, Euclidean optics, geometry, physics. I understood 5 different sciences to a high level, and it took me 35 years to discern them. So without the guidance of my book, and then the words in the book in relationship to the words in the Bible, it wouldn't matter. Give it, let's put it like this. In 85 years, 300 million pairs of eyes looked at the $1 bill. And yet Michael Fazio is the only person on the planet Earth to ever see that the Ark of the Covenant sets upon the $1 bill. Why is it that I'm the only person? I can't be the smartest person in the world, because I know that's not the case. Could be one of the most observant people in the world, but that didn't make a difference either, because there are a lot of observant people. However, I was given the same way the entity told me that the cross of Christ was in a suitcase 2 blocks away from my house with my name on it, and then of course the cross was in a manila envelope with the words written for Michael on the manila envelope. Yeah, I know, just a coincidence. In a snowstorm, I decide to walk down the block because I hear a voice that says there's something in a suitcase with my name on it. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, it's the same way that I have discovered that the book of Revelation, chapter 4, verse 7, with the 4 beasts, how to fold the bill to show you a bullock, and also at the same time a 6-winged seraphim with the faces of men. And if you notice right at the tip of the $1 bill, it's a perfect face of a bullock or a calf or an ox, even with the tongue licking its chops, which you can see in the larger bill. And then there, of course, is the word 1 on the bill, where these two represent the lion, these two represent the bullock, and the 6-winged seraphim, or the ox, which are 2 of the 4 creatures that are spoken about in the book of Revelation. This represents the eagle on the Ark of the Covenant, because this is a picture of the Ark of the Covenant, and the word 1 in the center represents the tribe of Judah, or one God. God represents Jesus. Jesus is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Therefore, the 4 beasts spoken about in Revelation 4, verse 7, are the 4 beasts that I have discovered. So in 85 years, no other human being on earth, 300 billion times somebody looked at the $1 bill, maybe 3 trillion times. No one ever noticed the bullock on the end of the $1 bill except Michael Fazio. Then I write a book about it, a 1990-page book. I take 10,000 high-resolution pictures. I pick out the best ones. I put it in the book. And then to top it off, I show you in chapter 2 how you can see pictographs, something that took me 35 years to figure out on my own. I give this to you as the 2nd chapter after the introduction to the crazy guy from Howard Beach. That's me, who figured all of this stuff out, who's nothing more than a pretty good carpenter. Again, a carpenter brings you this information. You need to go out and buy this book so that you can follow along with my crazy videos. Instead of spending $12 on 2 beers or some worthless movie ticket that you're going to wait 2 weeks, the movie's going to be on the screen in your house, go out and buy the book. It's 1,990 pages of the best reading. It looks like science fiction, but it's not. It's fiction, folks. Non-fiction, folks. It's the crazy guy from Howard Beach, folks, expounding his philosophy that is going to change the way the world looks at God and change the way the world understands God, because Jesus Christ is a representative of God, as are the other godlike entities that appear on the obverse and reverse of the $1 bill in the form of pictography. When you look at the bullock, which is the beast, and then the eyes that appear before and behind of the 6-winged seraphim, those are the Egyptian gods. When you bring the bill down to the other end, now you have faces of Mayan gods. But then when you turn this, rotate this, there are the Egyptian gods on the other end of the bill, and now we go down and there are the Mayan gods. And of course, there is the Great Pyramid, which is another representation. The Great Pyramid, in fact, and it's in my book, folks, it's in the book, it must be true. The Great Pyramid, which you will receive as a picture, a free picture, the Great Pyramid, that also in 8 meg resolution, the Great Pyramid is the first representation of the first form of energy or power symbol that was given unto this world 7,000 years ago. Of course, there was one in Atlantis and one before that, but from our recent history, from 7,000 years ago, the Great Pyramid is the power base that the Lord God gave the people of this world. So the Great Pyramid was placed on the $1 bill as a representation of the Lord God to the Egyptian people. And that's why there are faces of Egyptians. And when you go to my videos called $1 Gods with a Z at the end, all one word, $1 Gods, you'll see the Egyptian faces outlined clear as day, because the Lord God chose to give us all the faces of His representatives that He has sent to this world to help human beings. And moving back, this is all in the form and prophecy of pictographs. This is my discovery. And now there is a gentleman, a minister of all things, named Martin in Michigan, working this weekend in the creation of a comic book series, because we are now looking to create a video, and we are looking for a movie studio to produce a movie, all based on my book. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a joke anymore. This is starting to become a powerhouse. You need to go see this for yourself, folks. How some crazy guy from Howard Beach figured all of this out. No one knows, but apparently that's the way it is. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is, and I know what time it is, and I'm sure they're getting ready to give me a bigger camera.